And now here to talk about Hurricane Heist is the incredibly talented Maggie Grace.
What's up, Peter?
Hey Maggie, how's it going?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I should have just wandered on down. If you have an extra cup of coffee, I'm down the street. Yeah, I'm here in Austin shooting Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, that's very cool. Man, I love that show.
We just nabbed a few moments before set this morning.
Okay, so as the title implies, Hurricane Heist is about a heist that takes place during a hurricane. Can you tell me a little bit more about the film and your character?
Congratulations on parsing that out from the title. It's pretty much, yeah, it really owns the plot and owns the genre mashup. Yeah, it was really wild to shoot. It's Rob directed the Fast and the Furious and Triple X and a bunch of other crazy action movies, so I really knew what I was getting into, but I don't think I could have predicted how much they would physically create of the storm in front of the lens, as opposed to, we usually use a lot of CG these days, so it was pretty awesome to have that much happening on set. Although very exhausting. It was a good team.
So in some of your other movies, like of course Taken, you're the one getting beat up, so I bet it felt pretty good to throw some punches around, huh?
Yeah, I definitely give as good as I get in this movie, but I would say we all got pretty beat up after a few months. Those 100-mile-an-hour wind machines will get you every time.
Oh yeah, I bet that got pretty old after a while.
It was fun though. We did a lot of wire work, which is, you feel like Peter Pan, in a harness, zooming around all over the place, and it's really fun in rehearsal. And then, of course, you take it up 3 stories, turn on some rain machines and 100-mile-an-hour winds, and throw some debris in there, and see what happens.
Yeah, that seems like something that would be really fun the first time around, and then after a couple weeks, it's like, yeah.
After 3 weeks of night shoots, you're like, I'm basically bait, just dangling here.
So Rob Cohen, who's of course directed Fast and Furious and Triple X, has a really good track record with these kind of action movies. What was it like working with him as a director?
Yeah, it was awesome. Honestly, he was really the maestro of controlled chaos, and I think with a movie like this, with this many car wrecks and car chases and explosions and craziness, every day you've got these huge stunts to do. You really need a gracious leader like Rob who knows what he's about and can troubleshoot, because you're going to have those moments where you have to tweak things, and he knows his way around an action sequence. It's amazing.
So I don't want to give away any spoilers, but in the movie they're trying to steal a couple $100 million. What would you do if you had that kind of money?
I mean, that's just I think beyond a certain amount, do you even feel it? I don't know that, I mean, I remember the moment as a starving artist when I turned the corner and I could go to, waste money on a Starbucks or a latte or whatever, and what that felt like. And I really don't know that after that, that was a good point. I don't think I needed 600 million.
Yeah, I have a few ideas myself. Man, you could buy a ton of lattes with a couple $100 million, right?
I think if you're at a point where you can, waste $6 on something you can make for 15 cents at home, anything beyond that's really gravy. Do you really feel it?
So you, of course, have done a ton of stuff. I'm a huge fan of yours. I gotta ask, what's the favorite thing you've done so far in your career?
Oh, thanks. Gosh, I mean, different reasons. You never know kind of the lifelong friendships you're going to make, and you can't really predict, locations yield a lot too. And I got to say, I love shooting in Austin. It's a good town, and they've been very good to us and good group of people. So yeah, it's in recent memory, I'm really happy to be here. And then there was a tiny indie once called the Jane Austen Book Club that I was reminded of because one of the cast of that was here recently on something else, and I just remembered how great it was to be surrounded by awesome ladies. It was great.
Yeah, I have actually seen the Jane Austen Book Club. My girlfriend recommended it at the time, and I was like, who's Jane Austen? But you guys did a great job. I really liked it.
Thanks. I think just the group of women was really special. Like, really awesome chicks, and the director and the producers, like everybody was female, and poor Hugh Dancy was the only dude.
So you seem very nice, and that makes sense because in a lot of movies, you play the good guy. You think you would enjoy playing the villain every once in a while?
For sure. I hope so. At least a justified villain, which all villains are justified to them, right? We had Ralph Ineson is the villain in Hurricane Heist, which he's such a great villain. Like, he's this dude. He seems like he just like shoots up steroids and testosterone every day and like gargles asphalt before breakfast. Like, he has this voice that's like, you know, it's incredible. You know, and his character's Irish in this, so he's sort of like the evil twin of Liam Neeson, you know.
So I actually had no clue you were in town. What's your favorite thing about being in Austin?
Oh my God. I love everything about being in Austin. It's just such a walkable city, and obviously awesome barbecue, and people are really friendly. I'm from Ohio, so it feels kind of homey in a way. Yeah, everyone's just really open-minded, which I love. Yeah, I'm so glad we landed here. I feel very lucky, and I know the cast does too on Fear. Good crew. Like, I wish more stuff would shoot here.
Yeah, that's what I love about it here. Everyone is just so friendly. So have you been to Franklin's Barbecue yet?
No, I lived over next door for a while, but the line was just too crazy. I'm waiting for like my parents to visit somebody who I want to hang in a line with for a long time and wait for it, because I've heard it's great. But honestly, I have not had a bad meal here. It's so good. You guys are really lucky. I hope you understand how lucky you are.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's too good. I need to get working out for the summer here.
Luckily, you can go, you know, kayak on Lady Bird and, you know, work it off.
Sounds good. Well, Maggie, thanks so much for being on the show. Maybe I'll see you running around Austin one of these days.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
If you want to see Hurricane Heist, it's currently playing in theaters now, and you can find it soon on video on demand.